All right, I didn't think that we'd be on video 4 this early. I honestly didn't expect this many questions, but it's awesome. It's pretty rad, and I'm going to keep answering them as they come. So, Baker says, why do I pop random boners while lifting? Well, you've got an increase of testosterone. That's going to happen. More testosterone equals more boners. And you've got a blood flow going on when you're lifting. You got blood rushing everywhere. But if I tried to think of it like medically, I'd feel like the exact opposite would happen, because when you're working out, your what was it called? Sympathetic, whatever, something nervous system rushes all the blood to like your lungs and your organs and things like that, and I feel like that would pull blood away from your dick and make it harder to get a boner. But I mean, I guess it's like the same thing as a poop boner. I've gotten poop boners before. I'm sitting on the toilet, I'm squeezing really hard, next thing I know, I'm like, oh, cool. So that's my guess. You just got blood rushing through everywhere and some testosterone. So that's what happens. All right. So next question. Paul says, I keep having issues with the microwave. Keep stopping and restarting over the time limit. Any suggestions? That sounds like a circuitry issue. Maybe you got a blown fuse or something. Have you tried turning it off and on again? I don't know. Can you unplug your microwave? Try it. Check it out. Sounds like some circuit problems. Hopefully that fixes it. Or the timer's all kinds of fucked up, and maybe that needs to be switched, or just buy a new microwave. They're like $20 now. Alright, next question is Drake. He says, well, I'm going to paraphrase this one, because this one was a long one. Anyways, he says, I absolutely need to lose weight, but I absolutely hate working out. I was running for a while every day with my dad, and I dropped about 20 pounds. It's pretty awesome. And he said, but me being a piece of shit that I am, I stopped doing that, and I gained back almost all of the weight. I'm an extremely picky eater as well, or we wouldn't be having this conversation. What are some recommendations on what I can do to get myself motivated enough to work out and run? I'm guessing running is my main issue, but actually going and working out is very difficult for me to motivate myself to go, but I seriously need to lose some weight. Thanks, man. So, no one's going to give you that motivation other than you. You got to find what motivates you. So, the reason you probably gained all the weight back is because you just went through this huge deficit. You just went through this huge cut. Your body was using less calories than it was when it had those 20 pounds on, and you went right back to normal. So now you had an even huge, big surplus and gained all that weight back. So I can't stress the importance of reverse dieting anymore. It's where you cut all the weight, you want to maintain it, so you gradually increase your calories in little increments until you get to your maintenance, and then you can maintain the weight that you lost without gaining all that weight back and be pretty comfortable. So as far as that, that's one thing you can think of if you ever try this again. So the whole hating to work out part, that sucks. It's definitely possible to lose weight without working out. I don't recommend it, but it's not for everyone. Some people don't like it. I'm not going to push things that people don't like. It's like workout rape. I'm not going to force you to work out. So what I would say is just go into your caloric deficit, count your calories. If you don't want to count your calories, just be smarter about what you eat. And as far as motivation, remember, I've said this before, it's a long process. Keep track of it. Sometimes I tell people, literally don't look at the scale. Don't look at it. Just take a photo every week. Don't even look at yourself. Well, you obviously have to look at yourself in the mirror, but don't stress too much of what you see in the mirror, because you see yourself every day, and that is an illusion. It's going to trick your mind. I will constantly see myself every day. I'm like, man, I'm not gaining any weight. I'm not losing any weight, blah, 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 And someone that I haven't seen for like 2 months, like, holy shit, dude, you've gotten so much larger. So what I do is I keep track of myself by taking a photo every Saturday morning before eating or taking a drink of water or anything, and I compare those photos side by side. And when I do that, I can see the changes from week to week. Sometimes people will want to do every 2 weeks or every month. That's one thing that can keep you motivated, when you can actually see the changes that are happening throughout your body, because when you look at yourself daily, you won't see it. So that's one thing you can do for motivation. Or sounds kind of weird, I've got a bunch of photos of shirtless men on my phone because I want to look like them. That's part of my motivation. I'm like, damn, that guy looks badass. He looks like he could punch a hole through a brick wall. I kind of want to look like that, and I want to be that strong. So, hey man, if it helps you, do it. That's what you got to do. Running, yeah, it's cool, but I like to bunch running into my nutritional information, because cardio I mean, cardio is important. Don't get me wrong, but cardio is not as important as your nutrition. As long as you're in deficit with your cardio, as long as you're in deficit with your nutrition, cardio is just a supplement to your deficit. It just increases your deficit. But whether or not you do it, as long as you keep your diet in check, it's better. The only problem with not working out and not doing cardio is you may not maintain muscle, you may not get strong, you may not put on muscle. And, obviously it's good for your heart to do cardio, but you have to cut more calories if you're not burning calories. So eventually you're going to be eating not a lot when you can eat more and just do more cardio. But like I said, it's not for everybody. So what you should do is just keep everything in check, be smarter about your choices, and figure out what motivates you. May it be a picture of somebody that you want to look like, but don't get obsessed with that. You don't want to become someone else. Just make sure it's just a motivation factor. If you need to take a picture every week to see your progress, it's one thing you can do. So, next question. Alexa, she says, what are the best supplements? Truth be told, there is no best supplement. There is no such thing as a best supplement because supplements are exactly that. Supplements are supplements. They are not supposed to replace anything. They're not supposed to be a magic cure-all, a panacea, anything like that. What they are supplements. They're supposed to supplement your diet. That should be the dead giveaway that there is no best supplement. In a perfect world, you don't need a supplement. You're getting everything that you need from your diet. You're getting all your micronutrients, your macronutrients. If you eat or drink a scoop of protein powder, you could have had that protein by eating it, and you could have gotten all the amino acids and everything that are in it from other sources of food. You don't really need it. It just helps, and it makes it easier. It's just like training wheels on a bicycle. You don't need it, but it helps you to learn. It is a supplement. But that being said, I do have some favorites. When it comes to cooking, I really like vegan protein because for some reason those cook very well. But I'm not really picky when it comes to protein powder. I buy the cheap shit all the time. As long as it's got, between 20 to 30 grams of protein, I'm cool with that. And I try to stay away from too many shakes. I have about one a day right now. I like to eat, so I do that. Coffee is one of my supplements. I like it as a pre-workout. But I also take pre-workout as well because I have a huge, stupid caffeine tolerance. But I gotta say right now, my favorite supplement is vasodilators. They boost your blood flow, they increase your nitric oxide matrix, and it's just a good feeling when you look down, you're like, holy shit, my veins are sticking. There's something in my eye. Oh my god. Okay, you look down, you see all your veins, you've got a pump. It's just a great feeling. It's definitely like a little vein thing I like, because granted my lifts are a little bit better, but I just like the way it looks. I take it and I can feel my muscles pumping up, and I start swelling, and I look down. It's really cool. BCAAs, I will say, are over-marketed hype. There are way more than 3 amino acids. You have a lot of amino acids that you find in your vegetables and stuff like that. BCAAs make up 3 of those essential amino acids. But you take regular amino acids, pair them with a BCAA, now you have a complete protein. So, yeah. But BCAAs are not the only aminos you have to have, because having BCAAs alone without the other aminos are shit. It doesn't do anything. You need all of them. So keep that in mind, that the supplement market is a lot of just that, marketing for shit you don't really need. Like I said, supplements are just that. You don't need them, so don't buy into thinking you need this or you need that, because truth be told, you don't. You need food. Food is the best supplement. Food is the only one that's not a supplement. You need food. That's it. So that was, I believe, the last question. No, it was not. I have 2 more questions, actually. So my buddy Rec said, how about to game? How can I jumpstart a game? I'm in an unhealthy environment at the time. A bunch of bodegas around, but I don't know how to keep it fully healthy and still gain in the hood. Oh yeah, that's not part of the question, that's something else. So, I've said this before, to gain weight, you just need to be in a surplus. To do it healthily, in a healthy manner, you just need to be in the right ratios. Just make sure that you got your protein, your carbs, and your fats in check. It's hard to track micronutrients. A lot of people don't. It's better. But just keep in mind that nothing is inherently unhealthy. I have a pancake a day. I eat ramen when I can. For example, there's a lot of famous bodybuilders out there that were poor as shit and just ate shit to gain weight, but they did it in the right ratios. Cali Muscle, for example, he's a famous bodybuilder dude. He said that in prison he was eating nothing but ramen and tuna to gain weight. And it makes sense. From the ramen blocks, he was getting carbohydrates and he was getting fats. From the tuna, he was getting protein. Literally eat whatever you want, you know? Like I said, nothing is inherently unhealthy unless you abuse it and do it too much, you know? Because when your body sees a carbohydrate, it doesn't give a shit if it's a donut. It doesn't give a shit if it's sugar. It doesn't give a shit if it's pasta or sweet potato. What your body sees is sugar regardless. That's what a carbohydrate is. Your body is going to break it down until it is two forms of sugar, glucose and something I can't remember off the top of my head. But your body is going to break it down. You have polysaccharides and monosaccharides. Your body's going to break it down until it's something that it can use. So all carbohydrates are sugar. Don't be afraid that whatever you eat is unhealthy. The trick is moderation and dialing in how much of each thing you have to eat. For example, last competition year, I was eating like a quarter of a donut a day, but that's because that's all that would fit, and I was still consistently losing weight. So to gain in the hood, it's really not hard. If not, it's going to be easier and cheaper, you know? Tuna is really good protein. It's like 79 cents a can. You can probably still buy protein powder in the hood, you know? Ramen is cheap as shit and it's carbs, blah, blah, blah. It may not be the healthiest, but for all intents and purposes, you're still going to be healthy if you do it properly. You just got to go in knowledge and informed. So, next question is, from your previous posts, examples of some fat-burning workouts, and my specific question is, how can I log between 30 to 50 miles a week while gaining muscle mass? Okay, so examples of fat-burning exercises. There really isn't any... I can't stress this enough, guys. To lose fat and things like that, all you have to do is be in a deficit in the proper ratios. When I lose weight, I don't change out my workouts. I still just lift exactly the same, and I'm still burning fat. You know, I may add in some high-intensity cardio or some circuits, things like that. When it comes to an exercise that's going to burn fat, it's pretty much just going to be cardio. You know, lifting weights is really not going to make you burn fat. I mean, but it does if you're in a deficit and you're still expending calories when you work out. But for all intents and purposes, you don't have to worry about what kind of workout you do to try to lose fat unless you're trying to bump up the calories that you're burning, which is pretty much just cardio and really intense things like that. So 30 to 50 miles a week, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of calories. So if you want to gain weight, again, be in a surplus. But you have to take into consideration how many calories you're burning a day, how many calories you're burning a week, because at the end of the week, you want to be at a surplus. You want to have more calories in you than you burned. So what you need to do, take your total daily expenditure, eat that. Now, whatever you're burning running these 30 to 50 miles, which is a fucking lot, you have to eat that. And on top of that, you have to eat even more so that you can gain. So if you're running 50 miles a week, you're going to have to eat like a bodybuilder to not look like a bodybuilder, but you can still potentially gain doing that. I mean, there's other factors going in. You can go and enter a catabolic state when you run too much, blah, 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 too much stupid shit. But you can still gain weight doing that, but I'm going to tell you right now, you have to eat a lot. I have to eat a lot when I want to gain weight, and I don't run more than like 6 miles a week when I'm cutting. When I'm bulking, I don't even run half of that, and I still have to eat so much food that I get to the point where I start drinking pancake batter just to get an extra calories. So I can only imagine how much you're going to have to eat, but the simple answer is you have to eat a lot in order to gain muscle mass when you're burning that many calories. So there's a lot of nifty things out there that can figure out exactly how many you're burning for your speed and time and how long you're running. If you figure that out exactly and eat exactly that, you're still not going to gain any weight. So eat that plus your total daily expenditure plus some extra, and then you will gain weight. So eat a fuckload. Let's see if there's another question. No, that was it. So, if you've got your questions all the way ranging from why the fuck your microwave won't work, why your penis is working kind of weird, or you're running 50 miles and still want to gain some weight, send those questions my way. That was episode 4, guys.